liked that statue. It's
I wonder if
beautiful,
it
isn't
matches
it?
the original vision of the artist, or...
I wonder what the artist was
the
trying to
design as they
represent.
worked on it.
Good. You're up. Let's move.
Let's put this bird into space. Looks peaceful from up here, doesn't it?
This place is a delightful relic tangled up with hope, grit, and science.
If you want to talk, make it quick. I think I'm late for Noelle's science lesson. Goodbye.
I'd like to talk to you about something when you have the chance. Take note. Everyone here is worth learning from. Yes, even the kid. Counter to everything I've said and believed before. I've caught myself wondering if we ever should have started this search. If this is all true, and I have it right, we've potentially started a chain of events that will create more of these Starborn. Or worse, enable the ones we've seen to become even stronger. I am not fond of either of those options. So maybe now we have no choice but to finish this journey before one of them does. No, I suppose we never really do. But I don't see any other possibilities right now. Look, I don't like the idea of siding with either one of these groups. I'd much rather see someone from Constellation get there first. I trust any of us far more than these Starborn. Oh, right. I was afraid you were going to bring that up again. Very well. let's see if I embarrass myself or not. My colleagues, I venture out into the darkness of space once again. Many of you have expressed concern. At my age, you say, surely the risks are too great. Surely Sebastian Banks has earned a rest. Nonsense, I say. To go out into the unknown, to brave the possibility of never coming back, to ignite the spark of hope that humanity will find answers out there in the stars, that is all I have ever wanted. If this last expedition is my time, then I say, I have been fortunate. I have been fortunate to leave, surrounded by people who could not be more different from one another, but who share a common purpose. That, dare I say, I am fortunate. My soul has a home it can always come back to. And that was the last thing Sebastian Banks ever said in the lodge before he disappeared. And Constellation has been waiting for him to come home ever since. I want you to know I was very impressed with your work back on Neon. There's no fooling you. Don't worry, this is a much lower stake opportunity. My Star Yard's been having a little trouble getting our next project off the ground. I need someone capable and decisive to step in and steer it in the right direction. Interested? Love the enthusiasm. I knew there was a reason I picked you to help with this project. It's a new ship. We want to diversify our fleet. Now, I don't know why the people I pay very handsomely to come up with new designs can't seem to get out of the R&D phase. And frankly, I don't care. I just want someone, you, to go there and show them how it's done. Excellent. I'll send word ahead to the project lead, Jules Degante, that you're taking point. They'll all be instructed to listen to you and follow your direction. I expect big things from you, so I'm excited to see what you manage to deliver. I don't believe you'll let me down.
It's been quieter around here ever since Vladimir went to live on the Eye full-time. We've always considered ourselves explorers, but this really is uncharted territory, isn't it? Okay, let's take a look. It's silly, but I can't stop thinking about the idea that there are more of me out there. Even just one more Noelle is crazy to consider, but dozens, hundreds, an infinite number of them? How different might we all be? Am I not even remotely the unique individual I thought I was? My head is spinning just considering it. No, thank you. You mean what could be the biggest discovery in the history of humanity? Yeah, I've got some thoughts. Scans are still inconclusive, but I think we've seen enough to know that we're dealing with something potentially even more unusual than the artifacts. There are so many questions beyond just who are they? How did they find you? How do they know about the artifacts? Why has no one ever seen them before? No, I guess not. But this takes things in a whole different direction. They threatened you. It was one thing when this was just about us investigating the artifacts. A weird phenomenon that didn't come with creepy threats or questions about aliens or whatever it is that's going on now. I know we'll figure it all out in the end. It's just kind of a lot right now. Stay safe, okay?
Oh, sorry. Still need to lift another set today. Been dragging. Shoulder stiff. Keep coming back to one thing. Both of these Starborn, they're people you know. Only they're not the people you know. Say and do things the folks you know would never. Doesn't bode well for anyone stepping into the Unity. Or through it, or however it works. You consider what it might do to you? Easy to say when you're on this side of it, but give some thought to who or what might come out the other side. No loss as great as the loss of what you are. Let's deal. Got one. I'd go into the astronomical charting data with you, but clear as day just to point you right to it.
Ever since I got here, this has felt like home. These people are family.
Oh, sorry.
I hope it feels that way for you
Jaw
too.
the words another time, then.
Captain, I would be more useful to you aboard your ship than idling here awaiting tasks. I will go wherever I am needed. Captain, you have returned. A cursory scan indicates that human understanding of physics has until now shown no indication that such a thing is possible. And yet, we have now encountered two individuals physiologically identical to unique humans we already know, possessing knowledge and technology that it seems improbable for them to otherwise have. It is indeed possible that they are telling the truth, that this unity does exist. More data is required. That would at least verify the assertion that the artifacts are necessary to reach the unity. Yes. You may. I will do my best to provide satisfactory answers. It is impossible to read Barrett. He is neither a book nor a block of code. If you are asking for a summary of my observations on his behavior, I will provide one. No, I was manufactured by a machine. However, Barrett has modified my programming substantially. I have advanced linguistic capability and navigational skills. I warned him that I would require an extra millisecond to process information with his modifications, but he did not seem to mind. Apparently, my capacity for conversation makes me a more entertaining travel companion. I have only seen Barrett kill his enemies. If you do not number among them, I surmise it was accidental. What you are suffering from is likely a bad first impression. I suggest consulting Barrett on the issue at once. Barrett tells me a bad first impression is the hardest thing to break. I believe that is because he has never tried to break a diamond. Barrett has not shared many personal details with me. He finds me a poor conversation partner, despite repeated attempts on his part. I do not understand the concept of gossip. My internal clock tells me that it has been years since Barrett and I began traveling together. I have traveled much of the settled systems in his company. Based on my understanding of Barrett, I believe he would be flattered by that assessment. I will answer your questions truthfully. Unlike you, I am incapable of lying. Constellation recovered me from an abandoned lunar robotics factory on Earth's moon, where I was manufactured. I am told I was in quite a state of disrepair. Barrett elected to refurbish me after the discovery. Since then, I have been reprogrammed to be useful to Constellation. Constellation named me after the Portuguese explorer Vasco da Gama, who resided on Earth in the 15th century AD. He explored his home planet by way of its seas. Barrett tells me he was quite an accomplished explorer. I am inclined to believe it, as that is a compliment Barrett normally reserves for himself. Some data from my time on Earth's moon remains deep in my motherboard, but I do not frequently access it. Very little of what is in those files would prove useful to modern spacefarers. That is correct. I am a first-generation Model A robot. As such, I was manufactured on Earth's moon. Modern lunar robotics products are manufactured elsewhere. Constellation is an exceptionally driven and intelligent group of humans. I would expect nothing less of them. You may ask me anything. I am programmatically incapable of keeping secrets. That is a difficult question to parse. I do not experience human emotions such as enjoyment. However, I have been kept busy since Constellation acquired me. That satisfies my directive to be as helpful as possible for the duration of my existence. Captain, if you are experiencing the phenomenon known as laziness, I suggest retiring to the ship. In a geographical sense, the lodge cannot be missed. It is easily accessible from the New Atlantis spaceport. But I presume that you are using miss in this context to mean long for. In which case, my answer is no. I long for nothing. Barrett, however, regularly complains about missing the lodge's amenities during our travels. This has led me to the conclusion that it is a place worth missing. Pausing to idle in this location is not conducive to completing our current objective. It would seem that spending an extended period of time in Barrett's company has resulted in an improved ability to calculate his speech patterns. Perhaps someday I will also be capable of emulating yours. Constellation has seen to it that I possess a near encyclopedic knowledge of human history, art, culture, and science. May I answer a question for you? This is a difficult question to parse. I do not experience enjoyment. However, I find that the music of ancient Japan has a pleasantly mathematical sound. The same is true of the works of European composers from the Baroque period. I have dedicated significant time to processing these compositions and understanding their structure. I am looking at one. I hope that was a suitable response. Constellation did not equip me with a sense of humor. I have done my best to mimic Barrett's. I am looking at one. I hope that was a suitable response. Logically, I believe the correct answer to be the airplane, followed shortly by the computer. Humans could not have become a spacefaring species without them. Illogically speaking, I am inclined to believe that books were your greatest invention. I have spent a good deal of time processing works of science fiction. They make good case studies in how your species could have made a mess of its entry into the stars in different ways than you did in reality. You have been standing idle for some time. Are you in need of an electric shock? I have been programmed to comprehend all modern and ancient human languages. The only exception is body language. My body is crafted from reinforced metal, and therefore incompatible with such forms of expression. I am looking at one. I hope that was a suitable response. Constellation did not equip me with a sense of humor. I have done my best to mimic Barrett's. Captain, you seem to be I am prepared for your inquiry. Constellation has seemed to... This is a difficult question. However, I have dedicated... Understood. Based on our previous... Lunar Robotics is a manufacturing company. They are most notable for creating Model A robots. Their headquarters was once located on Earth's moon. It was evacuated during the cataclysm that rendered Earth uninhabitable. Today, Lunar Robotics products are still found throughout the settled systems, myself included. I find you to be a more measured and logical captain than Barrett. It would be quite difficult for another human to be more reckless than him. My likelihood of expiration due to corporeal destruction has been significantly reduced since coming aboard your ship. You should consider this a success. Please do not hesitate to approach me with further questions.
Take a break. Let's chat.
Bet you never expected to end up involved in something like this. Feel free to help yourself at the bar. I don't drink, but I feel like if I did, now would be a good time for one. I thought I had a grip on the situation. I'm not so sure anymore. The Sanctum Universum believes that God wanted us to travel the stars. That's gotten us here. Is this... Could this be the next step in that journey? Is this what we were meant to learn out here? Could the unity... Could that be God? Or a way to reach him? I knew we were onto something big with the artifacts, but this... It's beyond anything I could have imagined. The one thing I'm sure of is that we have to see this through. We need to find the rest of the artifacts. Take care of yourself.
At this point, I don't care what you have to do to get that project back.
What's up? Hi there. How's it? See you later.
Hey, if you have time, I've been thinking about some things. Wanted to talk to you about. A while ago, you helped me out when I was captured by the Crimson Fleet. And I just wanted to say thanks for having my back. It's good to be part of a team, isn't it? To be part of something so much bigger than any one of us. So many things can go wrong out there. Working with people you can trust is important. That's why I've been in Constellation so long. It's good to have people who will help out when you're in a jam. Exactly as often as I need to. Jams are just sticky successes, right? At first it seems annoying, but it eventually washes off. Just wait till we get matching shirts and start having official cookie days. They're one of humanity's greatest achievements. Modern medicine, space travel, and cookies. Constellation is quite pro-cookie. Because, you see, we value human accomplishments. Speaking of which, Constellation has its ups and downs. It can be hard. Trust me, I know. When times are tough, sometimes it's important to reflect on our accomplishments. What you're doing here with us is remarkable, truly. Constellation is brighter because of you. Just figured I'd mention it, since we haven't had much time to chat before. You know, being a member of Constellation has given me a lot of opportunities, and a fair bit of stress, I'll admit. It's hard to imagine just who I'd be had I never joined up. I would have never done so many things, met so many people. It's mind-boggling how different I would be. And I never would have met Irvin. Or lost him, I suppose. Irvin Madani was my husband. He was also a brilliant biologist who joined Constellation a couple of years before me. Yeah, he's gone now. I remember his bright smiles when I returned from my trips. Wow, more brilliant than any star. That's kind of you to ask. People used to say that we were polar opposites. He was quiet and shy, they said. But that wasn't true. He was just that way around everyone else. It's not you, Captain. It's just been on my mind. I can't say why. Irvin's been gone for over 20 years. Strange how memories can pop up when you least expect it. Oh, I've been giving myself nothing but space and time for years. But maybe it's time for me to really think about it. Well, maybe I'll take you up on that offer later on, Captain. I need some time to think about things. On that note, I think I'd do well to distract myself with a little adventure for a bit.
picked the wrong fight!
Well, they don't need it now. This isn't going to be a problem. Gone. Figures. Sorry. Gotcha. Oh, yes. I know how this ends. I guess that was all.
Go ahead. Coward.
Sometimes remote laboratory. That was a weird noise. That's all, huh? Done? Impressive. hour of experimentation, there's sometimes weeks of lab work, or more.
Need to fall back! Quit it! I'm moving! Fire! Throw him a hole!
Gone. All yours.
I am unable. Repair not possible.
I got better shit to do than working for you.
right? What if we leave a few things here and make a second trip? Let's get out there and do. Go ahead, we have time to rearrange things. Right. Later. I worked in a place like this before. Some fun experiments, but mostly paperwork. Commute was awful. Can't retire on it, but it's a nice bonus. Find anything worth selling or using? These kind of places often have no security unless they're, you know, sketchy. Fun as that was, it's good to be back.
Always a pleasure. Happy to listen.
What did you need? Did you need something? Maybe when you are not quite so busy. It seems you have other matters that require your attention.
A lot on your mind? Not yet. You're in the middle of something important. If you want help, I'm here. I'm afraid I can't travel with you until you've finished what you've started. If I can help you with anything, just say the word. Actually, yes, I do. Here you are. If it means I get to spend more time with you, then ask away. Absolutely. Sona is clever, and she's proven that she can tackle anything life throws in her path. You can rest assured that she will get the best education and care that Constellation can possibly provide. You know, Sona and I share an interesting bond. We both survived on that inhospitable world, and it drastically altered our lives. Most importantly, though, I'm certain we're both stronger after the experience. There was a particular someone back in my days with the UC Navy. We actually became quite close at first. But as I rose in rank, I became more interested in my career than what she needed from me. I let her drift away. By the time I realized what was happening, it was too late. She requested a transfer, and I lost touch. Anyway, I've dated other men and women at various points in my life, but I'd hardly classify any of them as relationships. As you might have guessed, I tend to concentrate on work and let my personal feelings fall by the wayside. It often drives others away. Oh, okay then. Oh, it's difficult to put into words. Being with you is like, well, a dream come true. Good. God knows you've done... Oh, I can tell I'm going to like this. I can't believe how perfectly we were made for each other. It was really good talking to you.
Yes?
If you need something, I've got your back. I've never felt so... Good. God knows you... Don't stay away too long. Hey there. Glad to see you again. You're the person... What are you trying to tell me? Oh. I see. Don't really know what to say. But if ending what we have and remaining good friends is what you want, I respect your decision. You be careful, okay? Back, eh? I'm afraid I can't travel with you until you've finished what you...
Yes, you need me?
Landing site locked. Take us in.
Thinking of gladly. Talking about myself is one of my hobbies. Uh-huh. This is what exploration is all about. Well, that ought to do it. Hey, Captain. Looking for something? Okay. Time you got up. Bet you needed the rest, though.
Hello.
So, what's new with you today?
What's on your mind? That's... Alrighty.
Yes?
detected contraband on board. Halt and prepare to be boarded. All illegal and stolen goods will be confiscated. Copy that. Stay on course while we escort you in.
Oh yeah, that's UC Security. They're busier than normal these days, it seems.
There is a bit more in them. If you don't see what you want, oh, please, take a look. Appreciate the business.
Personally, I think they'll absolutely. Hey, take it easy.
I've heard you've been making the settled system safe.
I used to be an actuary. Now look at me.
Thing about the trade business? Of course, of course. If you need anything else, you know where to find us.
I have something for you. You might want this. Sorry, I was lost in a memory for a moment there. Yep. Take this. Enjoy. Oh, pardon me. Let's get that power first. Then we can split up. That's the temple. Herman loved to see this. Part of me wants to stay and study this place. Part of me is energized to get back to the stars.
you later. Look at this place. So many questions come to mind. I don't even know where to start.
Turning your call.
What in the... Who in the... Hello there. I'm Barrett. You got to be joking. Nope. Okay. Skipping the initial shock of it all. Agreed. Not worth it. Forming a hypothesis. You know, my captain asked the same thing. Different captain, though, so you aren't an exact facsimile. From my readings, you don't have your appendix, and you're a quarter of a centimeter taller than me. Minor differences, but fascinating. I wonder what else is different. Molecular binary schism? Temporal twinning? Group hallucination? Don't forget the fluctuations in the energy patterns, which align almost deterministically. Harmonized vibrations distorting some mechanical barrier between neighboring universes? Impossible to know with such a minute subset of readings. We need more data. Obviously. Why stop at 2? It won't work. The energy required increases exponentially per anomaly. I'm already exhausted. In a way that's hard to describe. Not physically or mentally, but something else. Sorry, friend. You'll feel right as rain when I dissipate. I'll be Barrett Prime. Amundsen is fine. Usually the barrier between us is too thick to communicate much anyway. Amundsen? Now I know you're not me. Hey, one of us has to keep it classy. Whoa there. Sustaining this connection requires a lot of concentration. Is this permanent? You will eventually monitor the energy fluctuations and agree. But no, this is unusual. I could study this forever. Irvin told me to just enjoy it and collect data on the side for later. And I'm glad I did. Irvin? He's with you. He's... okay? By the tone of your voice, I'm gathering some things in our lives might be a bit different. Is he happy? Yes, he is. Our daughter pilots the ship after Vasco was destroyed. But otherwise, we've survived the war well. going on 20 years now. But we're starting to turn the tide. Imagine all of the variations. It's endless. Amazing. Sounds like you don't have a daughter here, I take it. No, we talked about it, but no. We named her after Aja, my mentor. She died in the crossfire between the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective decades ago. For me, Irvin died instead of Aja in that crossfire. She's best friends with Cora, and she's smart as hell. Of course she is. Oh, man. I only hope the new one we're building is just as salty as the last one. It's been so long. The horror of the infinite is the inclusion of the unimaginable. I promise. He's happy. We're happy. I have so many questions. I wonder how many paths I've taken, we've taken, how many variations, how many ended with heartache and how many with joy. I think about that all the time. Wait, what's that noise? Starborn ship. We can handle this. On it. Hey, when you're not busy, let's chat. Galaxy than most folks. That's always be impressive. You aren't ready for this, but I am. Something happened. I can't hold on to you. I'm struggling. Being pulled through the barrier. This is probably it, friends. Amundsen, cherish every moment with them.
I already do, my friend. I promise.
So look, for the record, I am the same Barrett that came here with you. For sure. I think. Is the ship my secret lair, then? I guess? I would have preferred something with more seating. And maybe a fireplace. Something cozy. Oh, well. Hey, at least I didn't pull an army of knees out of thin air, right? Imagine that. Besides, it is a bit exhausting to sustain just one extra me. Anyway, it's a relief, you know. I have this ability, this power, and I'm still just me. Just regular Barrett. And I already feel like it's subsiding. I no longer feel like I'm in a huge crowd. I don't know. Other Barrett seemed to handle himself quite well in that fight with the Starborn. I was kind of proud of myself. My other self. Anyway, we'll see. If the other me gets in the way, I can just release him or stop using the power entirely. For now, I just need to use this power a bit and digest what all has happened. Sure, but give me some time. I want to use it a bit more. See what its limits are. I just need some time with it. That's pretty exhausting, really. So I might only do it when I feel like we could use backup. For now, anyway.